My dad, this is like, I've wrestled with the highest level of wrestlers, like Olympic champions, world champions. I've traveled the world all over. It's like, I had a feeling that he was going to try to take me down. I was like, there's no way he's going to take me down. I mean, I've wrestled with the best in the world, and it's hard for them to take me down, and this guy's not going to be able to take me down. But my whole thought process coming into the fight, I thought he was going to be he was going to run a lot more. That's what they said. He was going to try to like cut angles and do all that stuff. So we were prepared for that. But in the back of my mind, I knew he was going to go for a takedown, because I knew once he felt my power, that's the only thing that he could possibly do, is try to take me down.
There's still a wildness about something. I mean, it's very exciting, don't get me wrong, but there is a kind of wildness about you. Is that just the kind of imperviousness of youth in you when you go out to fight every time because you're so excited to be out there, because you do take risks?
Yeah, I mean, I like to be on my feet. I'm a very, very high-level wrestler, so I can go to the ground. That's not an issue, but I always say this. I mean, submissions are great, but what's going to get you on the Sports Center? And those are knockouts to the standing from your feet. So that's my whole motto. And again, my left hand is very, very hard. My left hand will put you in the hospital, but my right hand will end your career. But I haven't even showed that yet, so.
I think when you're saying this every time you fight now, and like you're saying, it does make more of a statement than kind of taking someone out on the ground.
For sure. I mean, I love being on my feet. I love boxing. It's just a big, big passion of mine. I mean, I love wrestling too. I love just combat sports in general. I love it all, but I haven't been to that. I haven't even been a whole full round, so I haven't had to use my wrestling yet. So, but it's there. I mean, I work on jiu-jitsu a lot and wrestling, all my transitions, but like I said, what's going to sell tickets is knocking people out.
Is it true that, you know, Eddie Hearn, the British promoter, is coming over here making some boxing cards? Are you interested in doing some professional boxing within your MMA career as well?
Absolutely. I mean, I would love to get some boxing fights in me. I mean, when I started boxing around 10, 11 years old, I thought I was just going to go full-on professional boxing. I actually wanted to go to the Olympics for boxing. And a couple of guys that I've beaten were actually were on the Olympic team for 2016. So I was really, really a high level boxer. I had to think about 30 amateur fights. But as I was approaching high school, I said I got to get back to wrestling, and I went back to wrestling, did some MMA, pancration. But absolutely, I it's not a matter of do I want to get boxing fights in me. I'm eventually going to get boxing bouts in me. I love boxing.
Because everyone asks the question of many people that work in both sports. What do you prefer, boxing or MMA? What do you prefer?
Yeah, that's a tough question. I mean, when I go into boxing, I'm not there to just take it as a joke. I'm actually very, I feel I'm capable of being a world champion in boxing. And a lot of people will think I'm crazy, but I spar with the best. I spar with a lot of boxers at Wildcard. I've been Miguel Cotto's sparring partner for the last two fights of his career. So when I do go into boxing, I'm going to be trying to be the best in the world, and that's to be a world champion. And I feel I'm capable. Working with Freddie, if you ask Freddie Roach if I'm capable of becoming a world champion in boxing and in MMA, I'm 100% sure that he'll say yes.
Thank you.
If you're like balancing both, I mean, how would you balance both? I mean, if you could chart the next couple of years of your career, what would you kind of want to do?
That's a good question. I mean, yeah, it would be very, very tough. Obviously, my schedule would be very crazy, but my schedule's already crazy. After all my fights, I'm in the boxing club and in MMA. A lot of people always say, "Oh, well, you're going to overdo it," but I like to keep my hands going. I like to be sparring with the best guys. I mean, it's a different hand speed. Seeing an MMA fighter and a professional boxer, it's like night and day. So that's a good question. When the time gets right and we get really serious about crossing over and doing both, all parties will have to sit down at the table and we'll have to figure out what we do. But yeah, it's going to be a very, very tight schedule, but it's nothing that I'm not used to.
You know, Aaron, you're 21 years old. You just finished your fourth bout.
Yeah.
First year. And when we talked about, well, what's this next year going to look like? So what is this next year going to look like? I mean, is boxing going to be involved as soon as within this next year, or are you going to focus on winning an MMA title with Bellator, like you mentioned earlier?
No, the most important thing right now is becoming the best fighter in MMA. The boxing right now is second. That's just a big passion of mine, and I definitely will want to be obviously cross over eventually. But the most important thing and the task at hand is becoming the best fighter in the world. And the year coming ahead is just coming closer, ranked guys coming closer to winning a world championship. That's what I want to do. I mean, a lot of people thought I was crazy when I came into MMA. I said, I do not want to fight guys with losing records. Absolutely not. And people say, oh, that's crazy. You got to take it slow. But for me personally, fighting a guy 2-4 or 1-3 and then hitting him with the body shot and knocking him out because I know I'm so capable of doing it, I just wouldn't feel good as a person. That's just not right. So I said, I'm going to take on the challenge, because when I'm 26, it's going to just be like another day at the office, So it's not those are my rules. No fights, no guys with losing records. And now I want to fight guys so I can get closer to that world title. That's my goal this next year.
Given you're watching the heavyweight tournaments kind of progress at the moment, how would you like to see Bellator create a featherweight tournament in the next few months or into next year? Because with yourself, Gallagher, one of the pit bulls, there's so many fighters out there. Kia, even at 145. There's so many. I know he's getting bigger, but there's so many guys out that could make a tournament in that as well. Would you favour that at this stage in your career?
Man, that's crazy. I mean, 145. I mean, just in wrestling and in fighting, there's so many good guys. But if there was ever anything to emerge, like a tournament like that, that would be one hell of a tournament. That would be the winner to come out on top of. If Bellator was to do a tournament or something like that, I think the most exciting weight class would be featherweight. So we'll see. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Something about the 145 division in wrestling and in boxing, it always seems to be the best athletes. So yeah, it'd be very, very exciting. There'd be a lot of people tuning in. That's for sure.
Aaron, leading up to the fight, there was obviously a lot of talk. 2 first-round finishes. Can you keep the ball rolling? You got it done, man. How are you going to celebrate it now? Are you taking the horses on Monday, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna drive. Well, tomorrow is Mother's Day, so I got to go see my mom. So I'm gonna leave here early in the morning, go see my mom. We're gonna go have breakfast or dinner, whatever she wants to do. But back to the drawing board. I'm gonna go ride my horse, be with my dogs, and relax. But I'm healthy. I mean, I have nothing wrong with me, so I want to just keep improving my skills and one step closer to being champ of the world. Like I always say, I'm one day closer to being champ of the world, and it's just not a matter of if, it's just when. So.
Another couple.
Aaron, right here.
Yeah.
So we first saw you in the sport. It wasn't that long ago, and it was all about potential, what this kid could possibly do. It didn't start out so well. Now you have 3 finishes in a row, first round. Do you think that talk is completely behind you now? It's not about potential, but it's about being a proven fighter. And secondly, can you name some names, at least one person that you have in your radar right now?
Yeah, the 11 months that I've been a professional, I've come a long way. Obviously, after the Madison Square Garden fight, a lot of people didn't believe in me, and that was the biggest thing that hurt me the most. Is just I wasn't able to display my skills. Those 30 seconds, whatever, how long the fight was. It's like, man, I just wait till I come back. I'm gonna go on a rampage, and that's what I've been doing.
And names?
We'll see. We'll sit down with Bellator, but I want to fight guys that will get me closer to the world championship. That's for sure.
And if they needed you on the 200 card in London, are you fit enough you could do that?
Yeah, I am. I mean, I'm healthy. I'm ready to go.
So if someone dropped out, you'd be willing to get in? Yeah?
I would be ready. I'd be willing to go for sure, 100%. I mean, if it will get me closer to winning a world title, yeah, absolutely, I'll be ready to go. But I'm healthy. I'm good.
And you like London, presumably? You want to go to London, London?
I do want to go to London. I've never actually been to London before, but it'll be actually really cool to go. I was actually talking to my brother that I said I would really love to go to London. That would be a fun trip to go on.
We'll ask Scott afterwards then.
I'm sorry?
We'll ask Scott to see if there's any dropouts.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I'm healthy. I'm good. I'm ready to go. We'll sit down with the team and see where we need to go from here.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Hope you enjoyed it.